Okay, I'll send the link later.
Okay. Hey, everybody out there. My name is Dragnix, and I know this was requested by a couple of people. I know it's probably not the right time or date for them, but I decided to do a Q&A and sort of a channel update in a live stream form. And I know a couple of people wanted me to play some Overwatch, and that's what we're going to do. I also have Mermaid Illustration here. She's going to be my partner in crime for a little bit. So we're just going to play some Mystery Heroes because that's the funnest mode in this game, at least in my opinion, because you never know what's going to happen. You may get 4 Mercies. You may get 4 Divas and then hate yourself. You never know. But for I probably should just get right into the channel update to begin with, just because to give people time to either get here or to answer questions later. In terms of the channel, people have noted that, hey, have you scaled back your production on videos? Your videos are a little less frequent. Not really. I've been working on a lot of projects in the background in terms of some videos that I had promised a while back, about maybe, let's say, 2 or 3 months ago. So that has taken up some time. I've been working on the top 10, which are actually top 15 videos, which are going to be separated into gameplay and story for 2017. You may ask why I did that. The reason being is that 2017 was a pretty damn good year all around. Besides Bubsy, which you all know my opinion about that game. Bubsy, yeah, no, Bubsy is the worst game of the year. I don't need to make a list for that. There wasn't really that many bad games that I played on the channel. That's pretty impressive. Even the ones that, there was the ukuleles, there was the Sonic Forces that may not necessarily have, stood out in any way, but each game seemed to have its audience. So it was nice to see. But when I looked at all these games that I was putting on my list, I realized that AAA games were starting to dominate it. And that's something I don't like on the channel, personally. There are times where AAA games are great and everything, but this is a channel that's supposed to give you guys a little bit more, hey, this game has come out and you don't know about it, and it is something to behold. And there are games that just need a little bit more coverage to be great. So I decided that after looking at things, I was like, you know what? Let me split this list into 2: story-based experiences and gameplay-based experiences, and it seemed to be a little bit more balanced. So that's why you're gonna get 2 lists. It's gonna start with a gameplay list. I've got a good amount of that stuff done in terms of the audio, but I just need to do the actual recording and the editing, things like that. The story one will be a little bit longer. I have not played all the games that I wanted to at least take a look at on the list. I haven't played Night in the Woods. I haven't played Doki Doki Literature Club. I haven't played, there's another one I'm missing, that What Remains of Edwith Finch. So I feel like I need to play those before I distinctly say, hey, these are the story-based experiences of the year. So there's that. As to reviews, once I get those done, I think I will be getting back into the groove of things in terms of reviews. I don't know what I'm going to start with, honestly, but I'm going to sort of play it by ear. It's really hard to play Orisa when you're talking constantly. I always have to give streamers credit because actually playing at effective level while trying to discuss things can be pretty damn hard. So, what am I going to focus on in the next couple of months? I'm not going to be focusing on bigger titles, that's for sure. One thing I was not happy with over the last 6 months on the channel is how many bigger games that I covered compared to everything else. Things like Sonic Forces, yeah, you know, I like the coverage that I did, but when it comes down to it, you know, this channel was designed to get the double A's, get the single A's, get the indie titles, and lo and behold, if I'm not doing that, then, you know, what was the purpose of this channel to begin with? So you're gonna see more of those type of games in the next couple of months. At least I'm gonna try to. And we're gonna go from there. I'm surprised I have not died as Orisa, and I just probably jinxed myself now. Well, I do have a good healer with me here, so. Oh, we have two. And two mercies, even better. Other than that, I know a couple people want to know, hey, Sean, where's the X-Blades video? Let's talk about that. So I promised that you would get the X-Blades video a couple of times over the last 2 years. There is a reason for that, and I need to explain myself. Basically what has happened is that I decided to do this special format that I haven't done before with this video, because X-Blades is one of those games where it's just like it's too insane not to do something special with. And so I have a sort of opening scene set out in terms of this review will have a plot very similar to my Stranger of Sword City review, where I had a live action shot at the start of that review. The same thing here. This time, though, it will have a part in a park, and because I am who I am, because I'm a person who actually tries to do things right, I actually got a permit to try to film in this park that I wanted to film in. Let me tell you about permits in particular parks. They are difficult to get at times, especially if like the park is going through maintenance or anything along that line. And I keep on having to, it took about 1.5 years to get the permit to begin with, which is why I just didn't expect it to take that long, but it did. And then once I got it, I'm like, okay, fine. I can finally, you know, start filming, you know, go to there. And then it got delayed again because you have to sort of get a time that say, hey, I'm going to be doing this. So they know, like, if you damage something or if you did something along that line that, hey, you know, they can sort of hold you responsible. But lo and behold, they had to put it back because they were doing some more controlled burning. And now the permit has expired. And now I'm just sitting there going, do I have to do this all over again? Do I just not bother with this at this point? I mean, it's been a sort of a nightmare. Let's just put it that way. The video will come. I've got a good amount of it done in terms of what I want to do audio-wise. But it's just been fun. That's the best way I could put it. Why would you do that? Why would you throw it towards us, right in the middle of people? Silly Sombra. She's probably gonna try to hack a health pack. Where is Sombra? No, she's around here. I don't know. She's over there. Never mind. So, by the way, I did notice your two Mercy blaster kills, Mermaid. Very well done. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a tendency as Mercy to pull out my pistol way too often, and I count the number of kills I get with my pistol, and now it becomes a sort of a task of, hey, let's see who can get the most at any one time. How is that driving you insane? Can I get out of here? Yeah, there we go. How's it driving you insane? Amazing. I need that health. All the alts. Nope, that didn't work. I didn't do too bad. So, yeah, other things on the channel that I wanted to do. I have ideas for new series that I want to do regarding game design. One of the things that I was not happy with my game design videos is that they were just game design videos. There wasn't really their own unique spin to them. We're going to upvote Mermaid here. There weren't their own unique spin to them. It was just... Yes, Mermaid. Yes, yes, butts. I wanted something like my review system, my unique scoring system. I wanted something to draw people's attention. And in fact, Mermaid Illustration, aka Rhea, gave me an idea, and I'm gonna go with it. So the next game design video will be of a little bit different format. It'll be a little bit more themed. I'm not sure when that will be though. I promised a Bubsy design video that I will eventually do, but I also didn't want to depress myself by playing Bubsy again. Also, why am I May again? Played one game as Hog, and every time I hooked a tank, our Lucio pushed them back. Yeah, those Lucios that don't know when the boop is can be very annoying. You get a good Lucio and everything seems to flow, especially as Reinhardt. I've ended up playing Reinhardt in competitive a lot more because of all the nerfs to supports. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna take a tank because I'm tired of being killed over and over again. It seems Mermaid has one of her favorite heroes. It's not. I feel like that was karma. I really feel like that was karma. Hey, one of my favorite heroes. Because I like swinging hammers. Anyway, more about the channel. Besides dodging this Bastion. Do they have two Symmetras? Yeah, they do. I'm not going to be able to do anything. They have 3 Symmetras. Excellent. It's exactly what we needed. Come on, health pack. Come back to me. I don't know what I'm going to do over here. Oh, hey, I got rid of one of Symmetras.
Everyone else is a nail.
How did I miss that? Anyway, reviews coming up, though, things that I want to take a look at. I want to take a look at more Japanese. Poor Rhea getting Doomfist. Not one of her favorite heroes. She seems to be getting unlucky with her heroes today. I wanted to take a look at Ni no Kuni 2. I wanted to look at a game that was sent to me by, well, again, Rhea, I think it was Roguemancer?
Roguemance.
Okay, thank you. Because you sent it to me and I was like, oh, hey, this actually looks really interesting. I want to take a look. So, thank you for that. And then I will give the floor to you guys in terms of what you do, what you guys want me to cover. If there's any specific indie games that are coming up, or Japanese games, AA, single A games. Too many floating balls of death. So, gives you an idea of the channel. It gives you an idea of what I'm looking at. Still gonna try to put out like a review every 2 weeks. Again, with the job going on, that's gonna be hard to pull off on a consistent basis. So, at least a bigger rate other than that. I've been taking more free time for myself just because, you know, you gotta take care of yourself a little bit. Will say that I am a lot happier lately, so there's that. For those who are like, oh, you're not putting out enough content, but what gains are you getting? There are so many turrets. This is
Cancer?
yeah. Especially as a Doomfist. Symmetra's not exactly, two Symmetras in particular is not exactly the best option for me.
Securing the portal. Our enemies have deployed a shield generator.
Enemy turret offline. Here I am. See you later. Let's get started on securing the objective. Anyone?
Stay on the point. Stay on the point. Hopefully everyone stays on the point. That Genji was holding that for so long. Thanks for the attempt. Are we actually gonna take this? Oh. Well then. Oh, okay. Rhea, I'm sorry. You're getting a lot of bad heroes. Actually, I should bring up next time I die what is upcoming on the schedule in terms of games. But anybody who is watching, if you have any questions, let me know. I know Dynasty, person who watches a lot of my stuff, said he was going to be able to be here, and had a question for me that he left of saying what my top 10 favorite games of all time were, which I feel like I've answered before, and it always changes. But it's one of those things where it's just like it depends on my mood, it depends on what I'm feeling that day, depends on if like I've thought about the game a lot. But I can answer at least several of them. Let's start with obviously the ones that you guys probably know already. Persona 5, which was, you know, a more recent game, but it was one that really worked. I love RPGs. I love RPGs that where everything feels purposeful. And when it came to every action making a difference, that was definitely one of them. Good mechanics, good pretty much everything. Valhalla, I love the writing of Valhalla. We need more games like Valhalla where it's got some interesting topics to discuss, but doesn't do it in a way that feels one-sided. Get away from my healer. I missed that hook. I'm mad. I missed that hook. Final Fantasy VI. Again, you'll notice that I have a lot of classic RPGs on this list, or RPGs in general. It's my favorite genre. 6 is one of the best, with one of the best heroes, some of the best, pretty much everything. In that same breath, Chrono Trigger. One of the best basic stories, along with gameplay. Danganronpa 2, again, one of the best stories, some of the best twists, just some great writing overall. And Mega Man X. I mean, come on, it's Mega Man. What do you expect? Is that 6? I don't want to put any more than one Danganronpa on there because I feel like one per series limit on these kinds of lists. Ooh, some nice shots by the... Besides on the Genji. Nice shots by the Widow. Trying to think here. What would round out my list? Probably Bayonetta 2 when it comes to the fighting. One of the best spectacle fighters I've ever played. Yes, even better than Devil May Cry. Overwatch would be on this list, but its balancing ends up knocking it off because I don't like how they've handled the Mercy changes at all. Team Fortress 2 would probably take that spot. It'll either go to Overwatch or Team Fortress 2. Still love Team Fortress 2, but I haven't played it in like a year and a half. I mean, they haven't exactly done anything. Nothing says Overwatch more than your own mate blocking you in. Yeah, that's pretty much Overwatch. Two more. Resident Evil 4. I love I love the fact that they took a series at that point that didn't necessarily need sort of a revamping, and they were willing to revamp it in such a way. Like Resident Evil 3 was good, and it was, I mean, it did okay, but the fact that they went so far into the action part of the survival horror genre while still having that horror element really worked. And the funny part about Resident Evil 4 is it took me 3 times to play it before I really, really enjoyed it. The first time I rented it from like a Blockbuster, I hated it. I hated everything about it. And then I played it the second time, and I was like, it's all right. And then for some reason, I decided to pick it up on the GameCube, and from there, it clicked. Just everything seemed to work. And I was really enjoying myself, really enjoying how you were supposed to play. So, yeah, I'll put that at 9, or number 9, and that's not in any specific order. And 10th is probably my favorite game of all time, though, when I think about it, and that's The World Ends With You. Just that is probably the only game that I have completed 100% several times over and over again, because I just love that game. I love the dual screen system when it was on the 3DS. I love the fact that the pins did some different things. I loved how the story played out itself, how it was interesting yet didn't feel too like you had seen too many of it, like copies of it. It just felt like something completely new and needed from the genre. There's a Reaper behind us, by the way. I am not the best Genji to do this with. And as I say that, I get 2 kills. Don't mind me. I just say things at times. Okay, so there's that. Yes, as Mermaid Illustration has pointed out, when we did those tests, I came out as May because I'm the devil. That's a good run for me. You came out as Zenyatta, correct? Wish I was Zenyatta. Instead, I'm the devil. Ow. Looks like not a lot of people have showed up, but that's all right. It happens. Oh, I mean, I know this. Oh, they felt like they were gonna pick it up later on. It's always sort of satisfying to kill yourself in this mode, just because, especially when you get a hero that you want to keep for the time being because your team needs it. Yeah, I guess this just turns into an Overwatch stream for the time being, until other people have questions. Or if I can think, I am looking to sort of revamp the channel in terms of some art-related portions to give people an idea of, on like the banner in terms of, okay, what can you expect content, things like that. I do want to do streams a little bit more, especially for indie games that I feel like need a little bit of attention. I'm not sure how often I'll do that, though. Again, I'm not necessarily the greatest of streamers. I'm more of a focused content creator, but I also want to cover more games. I mean, that's one of the things that I hated about last year, is the fact that, okay, I had to get a new job, had to do all these things, but I just wasn't able to cover as many games as I was able to before. But you got to take it for what it is. All right. Oh, of course not. Suicide is never the answer, except when it is.
And everyone. Here I am. Be right
I
back.
swore that was a big health pack at one point, but maybe I'm just crazy.
Ahorita regreso. See you later. Back off.
Pistol whip.
Beacon in place.
Steal the kill from the Reinhardt because I'm evil. But at least I'm not May. Well, I am May, but
Much better. Be right back.
I do want to try to cover some other genres that I haven't before. I know that on this channel I really haven't covered an RTS. I do want to do that. Just because I feel like I do need that challenge in terms of the looking at a game like that, looking at a game and its strengths that you haven't considered before. I mean, I know I've played RTSs before, of course, but it's one of those things where I feel like you need to challenge yourself as a reviewer. You need to challenge yourself as a creator to do something new, because if you get stagnant, then guess what? What was the point?
Been here all along. Hey there. I might need this later.
I am doing okay, Samra. You've been Hanzo a while, haven't you?
Be right back. I'm out of here.
I'm so surprised that I did not die there.
Feeling much better. Mucho mejor. See you later.
What else? I mean, with no questions, it doesn't really matter. Oh hey, one of my favorite heroes, and I'm not gonna be able to play him, am I? Nope. Have we won a game yet? Okay. I forget these things in when I'm thinking about all the things. Some nice shots by McCree here. And this is why you can't res his mercy anymore. I'll upvote the objective time. What else? What else can I talk about? An update. I could probably also look at, like I said I was going to, what upcoming games are in 2018 and what I was thinking of looking at. I'm so disappointed. It used to be that Game Informer did this wonderful list that they upkept with all the upcoming games, like every single one of them, but it looks like they don't do that anymore, and it really disappoints me because it's just like that was the list that I always went to. Unless they have, and they just have sucked at... Oh, no, they have. They just suck at SEO. Okay, good to know. What game did you originally have a rough start with that if you could have a brand new experience with it starting fresh? Ooh, that's a good question.
The government here has such a medieval view.
I mean, the first idea is Stranger of Sword City, but I don't think that would have affected the reviews, so I wouldn't be happy with that. Resident Evil 4 eventually turned out to be okay in that area, just through perseverance. I gotta think about that one.
I am restored.
Final Fantasy IX. It eventually worked out, but it just so happened that Final Fantasy IX, the first time I played it, I despised it, and I don't know why. I think it was just that at the time other things were just not working in terms of like I was having some trouble in not necessarily school, but with some people at school. Let's just put it that way. And it was just, I remember that first attempt being so bad. So I would go with that. Because I don't think it deserved, like I said some bad things about it to my friends, and I wished I hadn't, because it's one of the better Final Fantasies.
I am healed.
Securing the objective. Anyone want to join?
Strike.
When I die again, I'll bring up that list. At least I got the Bastion before I died. Games, and let's see. Let's start in March, because I feel like February will cross itself very quickly.
Our world is worth fighting for.
I may again. I wanted to cover Ni no Kuni 2. I didn't play the original. I just didn't have time for it. I'm realizing that's probably a bad choice because, again, with the limited time I have, plus an RPG, plus I won't get a review copy of that one, that's probably a bad idea. But with that said, you know, maybe it's a game I play in the background and then eventually do something with. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. Nah, that doesn't look right. A Way Out doesn't really appeal to me. Far Cry 5 doesn't appeal to me. I'd have to look at what Agony is. Honestly, when it comes to the stuff in March, there's nothing that really draws my attention. I swear I got that up. April. Now, I just told you about, you know, I want to do less big games and, you know, go with indies. But God of War does seem like something that I would want to cover because of their shifting from one to another. That would be a unique challenge. Okay, you've got this God of War series, you know, you got your sort of established timelines, your established everything. Let's completely change it and see what happens. That Lucio is getting off alt all the time.
Taking the objective. A little help would be appreciated.
Well, they don't have.
I need healing.
That's working out a little bit. Oh, all we needed was a little bit of fire action.
Health restored.
As to the Nintendo Labo, I know that's in April. No, I mean, I don't have a problem with it like other people seem to do, but it's just not my thing. Actually, when it comes to indies and what they've said that they're gonna release, there's just not much on the timeline yet.
The true enemy
At
of
least in
humanity
the
is
big months.
disorder.
That's interesting. So I'm guess we're gonna have to play it by ear. Okay.
The payload and I move as one.
Flanking as a Symmetra.
Sentry deployed.
Nope. Bad Sombra.
Turret deployed.
He ran right into my car wash.
Keep the payload in motion.
So did she.
Intruder detected.
I mean, I guess that person could stay back there.
Aligning defense system. My sentry was destroyed.
The payload moves. We must keep it.
My full potential is unlocked. Shield generator
Healing it
online. Defense matrix established.
Look, have to disappoint you.
Okay. So here's what we do. Don't just charge into random people. You're gonna charge into random people, aren't you? I'm gonna stay behind the cart to protect myself. Hey, you're alive. We did it. And I'm gonna put up a teleporter. Completely necessary at the end of the round. Yeah. Oh, an Orisa one. That's nice to see. Yeah. Good job, Orisa. Upvote the ejector time. Can't upvote it again. Hey, you sat on the cart as a monkey and it got us the victory. It's all that matters. Well, not all that matters, but I probably should mention I should also probably mention that I will have very good with with the puns there. What was I about to say? Yeah, I was going to share some other projects that I was working on Twitter over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So, if you haven't followed me there, you probably should. It's not the greatest format in terms of doing it on YouTube, at least in my opinion. So, you know, I do post news there. I retweet pictures of hedgehogs. You know, come join me on Twitter, and you can hear me yell about things too. I don't yell about all things, but I don't usually necessarily complain on this channel anymore. I don't do Overwatch Fridays. Just I want to focus on reviews, and when my criticism is in other reviews, I don't like getting emotional because, well, guess what? I feel like it's not professional, and you lose your effectiveness to be critical in certain ways. There are certain exceptions to that rule, aka Bubsy. I gave myself permission to be a little bit more emotional about Bubsy because Bubsy was a horrible, horrible blight on the earth.
Greetings.
Do.
Zarya's AFK.
Oh, lovely. You gotta love it when people play a game and they're like, oh, hey, let me join a game and then immediately go AFK. They're still AFK. The timer has not taken care of them yet somehow. Yeah, they finally... Oh, God. Right into it, soldier. You got people behind you. I'll give you a little... Okay, yeah, you're moving.
I thought Dynasty was off of work by now.
Yeah, I think... Well, his schedule changes. So... I saw that message from him this morning. So... That's fine. Hopefully people get the information that they need. It's not like I'm doing this for a full-time career anymore, so... Nothing to be sorry about. It's also a good practice to try to keep talking during things like this if I want to do review ones. Did you just kill 2 people with your dead mines? Fantastic. That better be play of the game.
I swear to God, I hope it is.
Will it be on the equivalent of your elevator one?
No.
For those of people who don't know, Rhea here had a lovely kill where half the time was spent just not moving, going up a ladder, going up the platform that ends up leading to that platform on the top where a lot of people put turrets, and she just rode it up, and then boom, killed like 2 or 3 people, and it was glorious. I so need health. No, McCree. Bad McCree.
Okay, get ready.
Our enemies are in.
I'm gonna do something stupid. Somehow I lost the ability to. Do they have Orisa? Oh, they did.
Getting back up. True self is without form.
What do you think the next hero will be?
Defense.
I could see that.
My EMP is almost charged.
Can't think of who the last one was.
Moira.
My ultimate is almost ready.
She's not defense.
Oh, the last defensive hero though. I don't think we have had one.
Thank you.
So all we needed was 2 snipers, one bastion, a Sombra, and 2 supports.
I feel like it's a bad idea to attack Lucio.
It won't be. It won't be after the buff. He's getting a buff so that, or Sombra's getting a buff that you can't wall rat. I think.
What did his skates just stop working?
I know there's something that changes. Maybe I'm incorrect about. What that is. And now the rapid fight on the cart. Nope. Nada. That's okay. What's coming out in February? Maybe there's something there I can look at. I was gonna say Rift Star Rangers sounds interesting, but that's Xbox One. Oh, hey, Metal Gear Survive is coming out. No. Yumi Nikki. I feel like is that the crazy anime lady? It is not. What is this game? A divisive controversial work among fans. Wait, what? How can it be a controversial work among fans. One of the best indie games that come out of Japan. Okay, that's interesting. I think we need more Reapers. Huh, maybe I'll take a look at that.
From the shadows.
AGM Playism. It's a reasonable developer.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
So I'm just going, like a good mother, I'm just going to
I have your back.
constantly heal you. Eat your veggies.
Well, well
You're covered.
Attack commences in
You got a very nice golden suit, and I've got a golden gun. We fit.
I will keep you healed.
I'm not one for standing.
I don't know when the last time I played Anna in competitive was, though.
Take your medicine.
I'll probably stream for an hour 30 in total, considering.
Watching your back. Name. Walk it off.
It's always nice to hit a sleeping monkey.
I don't like monkeys.
You're covered.
Well, why don't you like monkeys? You don't appreciate monkey business?
Relax. I've seen worse. You're going to live. Bedtime. This will help. You're covered.
I can't get to you, McCree.
Walk it off.
Thank you.
You're going to be okay.
Go up and over.
You're powered up. Get in there. Get to you. I have your back.
It is weird that our goal that we have one elimination.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine. It's fine. Take your medicine.
I have no idea what happened there. I got hooked twice and then I got sent flying.
This is going to hurt.
Better me than you.
I will keep you healed.
I am so by myself over here. It's not even funny.
You're going to be okay.
My ultimate is ready. Go.
Thank you.
This will only hurt for a minute. Locking down the objective. Healing enough. I will watch over you. Name. Take your medicine.
That somehow worked. I'm not exactly sure how.
I'm on fire.
escort the payload.
Securing the payload.
Get back, Widow. Get back, Widow.
Why does she? Oh.
No one can hide from my sight. We need to let's keep it moving.
Oh man.
Got the mercy.
If our Mercy had res, I would love it, but I'll take Reinhardt. Lost the charge, but that's all right.
Let's keep this moving.
Stupid to waste it on the Widow.
No.
Thank you.
Why would you do this?
Move the payload.
Oh, they had multiple turrets. Oh, fun. You got a turret above you. Doesn't matter. Good job.
Ah, sat on a cart.
Hey, it's what needs to be done. Hey, you got to play the game. Nice kill. Nice kill. Nice tracking. You were a lot better tracking than me. You don't like the passionate speech in the middle of the chat?
You're a nerd.
I get into character at times. Where's the dog? Okay, I will have Zarya yell, "Where is the dog buried?" over and over again. Because this seems like a good idea.
That's a voice line?
She says it in Russian, but yes. Where is the dog buried? There's probably a meaning to that. I'm hoping there's a meaning to that. Where is the dog buried? The forward?
Don't Google that word, that phrase with the word Russia. Just don't.
Am I not okay? You do realize that anybody who's watching this has now done this, and for that, I laugh. Because I have no idea what it is, and I don't have enough of a curiosity to find out. Somebody could be watching the no. I'm gonna go to the corner and clip through the broom. Or whatever this is. What is this? I mean, I am Doomfist. I'd be doing the equivalent of what I would be doing on the actual battlefield.
The enemy has placed a turret here.
Oh, that actually worked. Somewhat. I feel like Doomfist is punish anybody who decides to go for a health pack. That's his whole purpose in this game.
Right ahead.
Come on, let's bring it
Possibly.
Ha ha ha. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I think they needed that just in the nick of time.
I'll be watching over you.
Hello.
Healing stream engaged.
I want to be cowboy.
I'm sorry. At least you haven't been nerfed 27 times into the ground.
You needed a doctor?
I mean, it's not like you want balance or anything.
No one cares about McCree enough to do anything to him.
Damage boost.
Or McCree.
Let me get you patched up.
I tried.
I was not meant to live.
How am I still alive?
Ich kümmere mich dich. Powered up. I'll face that in
Really? Okay. Okay, then. If you want to give me Widowmaker, that would be great. Just to...
Only through conflict.
I feel like I asked for this. I deserve this.
This objective must be ours.
Enemy turret destroyed.
And now I'm an angry little dwarf.
Group up with me. Group up.
So as opposed to an angry not dwarf, which I am most of the time. I got
I mean, you're
nothing.
kind of top.
Diva is a fair and balanced hero. For those viewers who don't know, Diva is overpowered in my opinion because she can kill literally anyone on the field who's a squishy at any point. And I don't think that should work in terms of a support character. I feel like you should have some things that stop her from doing that. But what do I know about balancing? It's not like I played TF2 for so many years. Or played this game inside and out. Maybe does it sound like I'm being any bitter at all?
Just a little.
Okay.
I've reached the objective. Let's coordinate our efforts.
Not going well. Give people a little bit more time to try to get in, but I doubt anyone will. Do-do-do. Yeah, let's go with damage block. Did want to try the Yakuza games. I know Yakuza 6 is coming out, but figure I need to actually try the other ones before I do that. Similar to Finding Paradise Into the Moon. Yeah, you can play it by yourself, or the game by itself, but you lose a little bit of context if you don't play the other ones on it. I actually don't know nothing about the Yakuza series other than people keep on telling me to try to play it.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I need a drink.
I have this under control.
I need this later.
Alright, so here's the plan. I'm gonna explode things.
Junk watt alone.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Enemies on my radar.
Bastion to the left. That's why you move. You always forget about the bombs. And that's what happens. Yeah, you killed me, but I killed you.
Thank you.
It's always fun to get an aerial kill as Junkrat when you die, and then all the bombs come just raining down.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
I feel like the game has only given me characters that I have gold guns with the last like several rounds.
Just want you to show off for your
Turret
stream.
lies in our way.
Oh, of course.
Never. This will help. Watching your back.
Don't mind me. I'm just... So you might have noticed that I was behind enemy lines. When they caught the cart, I just hid behind a bush, and the Reinhardt found me, and I killed him.
You're going to live.
Don't ask me how I killed him.
I was trying to give you cover so you could get out.
Yeah, not really. At least I haven't seen any obvious hackers, though.
Together, we are strong. Огонь по готовности. You're covered.
Just getting bad luck on people we're playing with.
Bring it. Don't hold back.
Like the Mercy there, who for some reason thought she was going to be able to revive me there. Alright, I'm going to end this stream for now. I'm going to try to do a Q&A again because I don't feel like I pounced this on people without a lot of notice. But if you have any questions, just find me on Twitter at this point. Alright, later.